Hello, Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris MegaCorp in our Roma Galactica II series. This is Cyberx Prime, and it is right next door to my territory. Well, it's Cyberx Alpha, but it's the homeworld of the Cyberx. We have already ordered our nearby science ship, very nearby science ship, in fact, to go take a look at this system. And I'm going to go ahead and order my construction ship to pay a visit to it as well, so that we can incorporate it into our territory ASAP. Speaking of construction ships, nice. Governor Statius Lentidius has developed new skills. So this is the governor of the Hixum sector. We do have 2 planets that will be there. So now they will be boosted in terms of their research output. Won't help too much for a while, but it's still good to have that in place. Probably going to establish some new colonies this episode. I mentioned that I'm in a place where I'm going to be a little bit less timid about going over our administrative cap. We've got lots of colonies that we can establish, including some potential worlds for humans to colonize. We could also do some terraforming once we've built up some of these worlds to a certain extent. But we just have a lot to do to make sure that we have fully exploited our territory. Now, Olympia has room for a new building. We're going to do an Autoton monument there. One thing we need to do, actually, let's cancel that because I want to see if on some worlds, yeah, like a mineral purification plant. It's not the best idea on Olympia because there's not a lot of mining going on here, but I wanted to make sure that I had that option. Now, Colonia Hyperborea, I am going to go ahead and build a mining district here because they need some jobs there. That'll give them something to do, and it's the only slot where we can actually mine on Hyperborea. Not a big mining world, unfortunately. And we are really running out of minerals quickly. This is bad. I can sell consumer goods. I can sell food, although food I've sold a couple of times already, and I'm not going to be able to do that forever. I can sell some rare crystals. How many am I producing per turn? Enough. Okay, so that puts me in a position to buy 5,000 minerals, and hopefully some of the updates I'm making to my economy will balance out my current minerals deficit.
Science Division report success.
All right, so stellar expansion, we can have more starbase capacity. That'll help too, because I could do nebula refinement if needed. All right, so there's another tile blocker I need to learn how to clear. Food from farmers. Paradise Dome is going to be pretty important. Claim influence cost, -10, and war exhaustion cost. Let's go ahead and just get that blocker researched. Yeah, see, these guys require a lot more minerals to upkeep. The Cyberx Central Nexus, here we are. We're getting a lot of unity for this too. So right now, how much unity do we need? 15,000. So this isn't going to give us our next policy, but it's going to take us more than halfway there. It would seem that the Cyberx re-evaluated their Galactic Crusade against organic life at some point during its 17th year. Whether this change was prompted by losses on the battlefield or an ideological shift in their networked consensus, we may never know. But for whatever reason, the Cyberx decided to halt their campaign. They began a slow withdrawal that lasted for nearly a century, until they eventually vanished completely. We now know that they retreated to this system, where they had constructed a massive ring world designed to house their entire civilization. They isolated themselves here for several millennia, until an independent explorer chanced upon their system and spread its location to the rest of the galaxy. The news that the dreaded Cyberx had been found again prompted several neighboring powers to organize a massive military expedition, which bombarded the Cyberx ring world into rubble. Strangely, the Cyberx seemed to have offered no resistance whatsoever. So we've gained 2,000 energy for this, which will help me buy more minerals if I need to. We have 9999 unity from this, as well as 500 more engineering research, which will boost me considerably toward that mining station output. Yes.
Construction complete.
All right, so speaking of that, yeah, we have 500 stored research and
recon pass completed.
Let's see, what's the actual cost of this though? I just want to see how. Oh, there it is. All right, so we still have more than that amount that we've stored to go, but it's going to boost a considerable amount. I've learned so much. Like, I've finally gotten my head around how that process works when you get lump sums of research and how it boosts things.
Ships refitted.
Let's get that starbase built around Cyberx Alpha. Now, it doesn't appear that adding it to my territory is going to do a lot in terms of my resources, but that's a ring world that I can add that will absolutely be meaningful once I've restored it. Okay, minerals from miners plus 20%. Yeah, I think we need to go ahead and do that. Is there an alternative that's any better? No. All right, you are still a specialist, Pop. I could... Yeah, let's go ahead and do this so we have more consumer goods. We're going to be producing more colonies soon, so that's probably for the best. Incoming transmission, so we have ancient caretakers. Custodian protocol activated. Message follows. Attention human, your civilization is presently at 57.216 risk of destruction due to... We have calculated that colonization of Zoldyar 2A will increase your survival chances by 4.558%. We request colonization and establishment of a significant human presence on the planet. Will you comply? Will I? Sure. Let's say let's just comply with them because I mean, I don't like the fact that our happiness would be considerably lower there, but we can do things to counterbalance that, especially a little bit later on. We can even terraform it while we're living on it. We can't do that at the moment, but we'll be able to. So let's go ahead and colonize the planet. They want a human presence. I'm assuming that's accurate. Do we want to call it... I've already done a Colonia Scandia, right? No, I haven't. So let's make this Colonia Scandia. Alright, so that's one of the worlds I need to colonize. We have some other Savannah worlds that I can look at. We also have some Arctic worlds. Let's look at the largest worlds. Expansion Planner, where are you? Here you are. Alright, so this ocean world... Orgulon 3D. Right here. So I think we're going to colonize this with humans. I actually like Ithaca if I haven't already used it. Given that Ithaca was a Greek island. And this is an ocean world. So we're going to call this... I'll go ahead and go with the traditional label. We're going to call it Colonia Ithaca. And speaking of that, let's see if there are any colonies that we can... Yes, there are. So this is just now Scythia. And we can definitely expand you. Autotom Monument, probably a good idea. These, of course, eat up consumer goods, but I'm totally alright with that. I haven't been building these, and shame on me. I used to build them in the old system. This is one of the first things I would build every time, but it's just, again, familiarity with the new system and really getting my head around it without playing YouTube at the same time, without recording for YouTube at the same time, I think is important. So, all right, so we've just finished which technology again? Rude? Which one? Oh, yes, tile blocker tech. So, Ministry of Production, that will produce Unity and amenities. Another tile blocker, ship upkeep minus 5%. That's tempting too. 5 months until we have the mineral boost from miners. Yeah, let's unlock that tile blocker. And what else can we do here? I think we only have one mining district here now, but we can do a mineral purification plant and provide an additional miner job. We can also do a numismatic shrine on Pacifica. Let's go ahead and get that built because we've been waiting. I think we've been sitting on that for a while, and I don't know if we can build those on all of our worlds. Yes, we can. Interesting. All right, so this world, Regia, definitely I think is a candidate for our good friend, the mineral purification plant. Let's do that because we will be able to add more mining districts there. I'm really hoping to see that go away soon. Now I have room for 2 more star bases and room for more colonies. Where do they need to be? Oh no. We bring alarming news, human friends. Contact with our colony on New Baldur Ark has been lost. They no longer respond to any of our satellite transmissions, and we fear the worst. Perhaps the aliens who bombarded our original homeworld have returned to finish the job. Please send a ship to investigate. We shall dispatch a ship at once.
New sitrep.
So, if you're not familiar with this quest chain, essentially, the new Baldur Ark quest chain is about, like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Like, it's just this random empire, this empire of gas creatures, I guess. Not even an empire, really, just a civilization that is... Oh, hello, we can build that there. Did I not send someone to Kodraka? That is kind of looking for help from you and just wants to improve their circumstances in a number of ways. And it's really trivial. But if you help them, they do, occasional small things, maybe big things, to help you.
Construction complete.
It's a bit of a roll of the dice, but that's essentially what's happening. All right, Classis 1 is fully upgraded, and they have 10.9 military power. I don't remember, because I didn't make a note of this. I took my eye off of it last episode because we were talking about so much more economic stuff. But I don't remember what my fleet power was before the upgrades finished, but those upgrades are done now. One thing I can also do to make sure I'm protecting my trade power, we want to make sure that fleets are patrolling at all times, especially that we have a second fleet going after a while. Now, where is there the most piracy? Looks like there's a good amount of piracy in between these worlds. So, as long as we just do a little bit of back and forth, like so, between Zoldior and Sol.
A new world has been secured for our colonists. Construction complete.
There we go.
Science Division reports success.
Good. Minerals from miners plus 20%. In 20 days, we'll see if that had an effect. But let's go ahead and choose a new tech. Exotic gas refineries. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of want robomodding now. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't think we need the refineries just yet, but we're going to need that technology soonish. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade one of these to get rid of the unemployment situation. I could upgrade both. But, well, if upgraded both, that would significantly affect my current mineral situation, and I'm trying to avoid that. Hello, you can definitely have a mineral production plant. Or a mineral purification plant, I should say. That's not going to provide a specialist job, but I will get a specialist job provided if I upgrade that civilian industries there. Same thing here. Oh, that's the one that's already being upgraded. So we're good. All right, so Cyberx Alpha.
Are engaging in active hostilities.
We don't have the mega engineering tech yet, and we need tons, 10,000 alloys to repair a section of this thing. Holy crap. We could, though, definitely build a station there. All right, we have a couple of colonies on the way. Where else can we colonize? Take a quick look. We have Selluria II, which is an alpine world. And that's right here. Yeah, and also they have metal boneyards as a rare deposit. So, low gravity. Habitability is slightly reduced, but building cost is better. So, maybe I can send, like, the Ganvius. What would they do? Provide... Actually, the half Raxar would be best, I think, to continue to use them. All right, not Colonial Augusta. We already have that. Have I done a Phlegra already? Let's do Colonia Phlegra. We've done a Regia. Good. I feel like we might have had a Phlegra in the previous playthrough that we started before we rebooted the series.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Okay, fleet command limit plus 20. Gonna need that fairly soon. The Off-World Trading Company. Ooh, I don't have that yet. Hello. Habitability +5. We can, let's go for the off-world trading company. And then the antimatter reactor is going to be needed ASAP. Let's go ahead and do that. I like to have those upgraded sooner than later to where we don't have sudden power issues. Colonia Emerita needs a good old gene clinic. And there's a little bit of unemployment, but that'll change as soon as the clinic opens up. Our mineral shortage is effectively gone. Officially gone. I just combined the words effectively and officially into one new English language word. Isn't that wonderful? Our investigation of New Baldur Ark has revealed nothing out of the ordinary. The satellite the colony used to communicate with their capital is still functional as far as we can tell. Open a channel to the planet. Greetings from the New Baldur Ark Revolutionary Front. We have thrown off the yoke of oppression and are at last free from the tyranny of Baldur Ark. We have no quarrel with you, human, as long as you refrain from aiding the Baldur Ark imperialists in their inevitable attempt to crush our revolution. You could help us take the fight to our enemies, however. Would you be willing to deliver one of our commando units to Baldur Ark? Tell us what you have planned. We want to infiltrate Baldur Ark with one of our elite commando units. They will then incite a popular uprising against the decadent elite that lords over our people after the tyrants have been deposed. All Dothnok will at last know what it is to have true freedom. A straightforward plan, if ever there was one. Human. We will deliver your soldiers. Soldiers. Those things. All right, so let's get that done. Meanwhile, let's look over here. What can I upgrade? No need for a trade hub here. Fleet Academy could be good, given that this is a shipyard. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't have platforms yet, so it might be worth replacing some of these defense supercomputers with things that will actually help with the training of ships. Let's see what else can we do. I will eventually be using those upgrades, though. Absolutely. I've got a couple of stations I can go ahead and upgrade, so let's work on that. A couple of hangar bays would be nice. Would a listening post be able to listen through the wormhole? Let's do a target uplink computer for now. But that's something I would genuinely like to know. Alright, the Yarrick station has just been upgraded for the first time, and the other stations are just using mainly guns and a few missiles, so let's just continue to kind of follow that trend. Now, meanwhile, yeah, these stations do have the defense grid supercomputers. And there is an upkeep to those, but it's not a huge amount of upkeep at the moment, so I'm not particularly worried about it. And we have room for 2 more stations on top of that. Let's just finish off what we're doing over here. Jormundir. And then Zoldyar station. That's right. One thing I can do to address my minerals issue is where do I have... Yeah, like the nebula here. The Arium Nebula. Let's see, what would be the best way to do this? Let's go ahead and just have a starport in Riador. And then is there trade value anywhere else that's not collected? I think there's a few spots, right? Yeah, Antak Ram has some uncollected trade value. But that's actually... I might be able to get to that. Well, no, that's 3 jumps, so I'd have to have 3 trade hubs built on the... Well, actually, I already have 2. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Zoldyar station, and then I'll be able to build a 3rd trade hub, and we will have access to... No, that's 4 jumps, so we'll need to build 2 more. Do I want to do that? I don't know if I love that idea. It makes it a pure trade station, but it does solve the problem and allows me to build a station in a more useful spot. Antak Ram... I mean, it's a corner system. So using that as a actual station system is a bit of a dicey proposition. Now we have some amenity issues here. So I could build luxury residences, or I could build... All right, so where is Elysium again? In the system of Liaison. They're over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do commercial zones. The extra trade value will be handy given what we're about to get some
report success. Construction complete.
trade hubs up. All right, good. Off-World Trading Company is done with its research. Commerce megaplexes, that'll also help with amenities. Let's go ahead and do hydroponics farming simply because it's such a cheap tech and it'll be done so soon. Ascrivium. What can you do? You've built a good number of the basic buildings. You're a mining planet. You desperately need amenities. We could do holotheaters to resolve their amenities problem, which would help the world's happiness a lot. It's actually kind of a low stability world at present, so why don't we address that? Didn't run into that issue as much in my practice play. Gene Clinic here on Hades. Still an unemployed specialist. Go ahead and upgrade the civilian industries then.
Science Division report success.
Good. So that'll help with our resource production in just a moment. So should I go ahead and go for living metal construction rather? Sounds like a good idea. Mineral purification hubs also is going to be helpful. I mean, we're not going to lose that option. I can get to it when I get to it. Let's go ahead and do mineral purification hubs.
Construction
Economy
complete.
definitely starting to spin up, which is nice to hear.
Special project complete.
The cargo tug, escorted by the RSS Ptolemy, has stealthily dropped the cargo pod containing the Revolutionary Commando unit into Baldur Ark's atmosphere. Moments later, flashes can be seen coming from deep within the gas giant's cloud layer. Could it be signs of fighting? We shall see what happens next. Okay, so buildings and districts have their build cost reduced by 10% and build speed increased by 25%, or building upkeep and district upkeep reduced by 10%. I mean, this would help me save minerals right away, given that I have a mineral shortage, and it moves me towards the city districts having additional housing, which is good for expansion. Very similar growth mechanic to Civilization 6.
Inbound message
For those of you curious. All right, I do want to have... I'm just going to buy 5,000. No reason not to at this point. I'm not going to upgrade that just yet. We have a protectorate request. Oh, interesting. The Galactic Multics Union has asked to become our protectorate, which means we could eventually subjugate them. They're pathetic compared to us. Interesting. They must have just lost a war quite badly. So who are their enemies? Who do they have a truce going with? All right, so this is going to put us at odds, but you know what? I'm going to take this on. I'm going to make them our protectorate, which means that eventually we will be able to integrate them into the Empire peacefully. Now we can offer a migration treaty as well. They have a Gaia world preference. They're natural physicists and they're strong. So why don't we go ahead and offer this migration treaty. Just to strengthen the existing relationship as it already is. There we go. Now let's take a quick look at what other... I don't have the education campaign going right now. That's a problem. Hold that thought. Problem solved. Now I have a lot of influence. What else can I do? We're not terraforming at the moment, but that would be good for 14 years if I launched it. Definitely want to save up some of these special resources in order to be able to launch these. I like the idea of governing ethics attraction being stronger for 14 years, given that we have new people coming in. So let's go ahead and do that. Research grants is tempting as well, I know, but I want to make sure that we continue to stay united. This is Citizen Futanga. The people of Baldur Ark have overthrown the tyrants and oppressors that sought to enslave our species under their rule. A revolutionary council has been established to see our great nation through this transitional phase, while we work diligently to restore freedom to the people. We wish to thank our comrades and the Roman Star Empire for their assistance in making this day come true. Perhaps everything will work out for the best. That is all. Okay.
Science Division reports success.
Successful Baldur Ark Revolution. All right, so we've unlocked the hydroponics farms and hydroponics bay. All right, we've already upgraded fleet command limit once, right? No, it's still okay. And we have a Federation fleet as well, which is quite strong. Do I want to go ahead and give myself the habitability boost now? Yeah, let's do that, because that's going to help all of my species across the board. Speaking of that, I also have some robo-modding points. Let's take a moment and go through. Now, wait a minute. Where are my... Are they not on the species list? There they are. Robot. All right, so we have just 13 robots at the moment. Let's create a template. We can make them... We only have 2 trait points, so we can only select... If we improved their production in some way, it would only help... That would be our only choice. Now, pop assembly costs would be reduced by 20% if we went with recycled. We could reduce robot upkeep. We made them durable. Let's make them durable. And go to mass production. Let's just do that. And then we're going to apply this template, which is not going to take long at all. It's going to finish in 5 months. And that's going to be an engineering project. Now, we do still have some humans that are following the old ways. That's not cool. Let's apply our new template to those new humans.
New sitrep.
So that's done in 4 months, and that's a society research project, and we're going to have those projects going in the beginning of the next episode. And what else can we do as far as our stations? Let's look really quickly. Zoldior station is still upgrading. We didn't let too much time pass since we queued that, but we have a few colony ships, 3 to be precise, out in the world. One that is actually landing a colony right now. So we're going to have new colonies developing next episode as well. And slowly but surely, we want to move towards being able to get this ring world in our territory, which is, I really like that we got that ring world, because as you recall in the opening series, if you watched the first run I took at this, which was just kind of a rough start, we really saw, you know, there was a ring world, and there were some other really nice benefits that were nearby that we didn't necessarily get again when we started this series, but having the ring world at least is a nice move back in the direction that we were moving when the series started out. So it's nice to see that, especially now that I've gotten my feet under me as far as the new content from the Lagwin patch and the subsequent patches. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every other day at 4 p.m. US Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.